Hey guys, it's Sarah. I am living with and doing life with bipolar disorder. And earlier I did a check-in video. Go check that out and subscribe to my channel. Share online. Let's get the word out there and help encourage others and keep it real and honest and just get the word out there. So I've had my vlog, I've had my YouTube channel for at least a week now, done a handful of videos, and I'm starting to get comments. So today I got a comment, and I'll read that to you and then I will address it. So on one of my videos, someone commented, "Do you have kids? Are you in a relationship? Do you have a job? How do you cope with working and trying to take care of yourself?" So those are some loaded questions. That's a lot of serious and important stuff. And for someone with a disability, with bipolar disorder particularly, all of those are things that come harder to me or to us than maybe your average Joe who has pretty good health and no disabilities. All of those are things that are hard enough without personal struggles. So first one was, do you have kids and are you in a relationship? No, I do not have kids. In fact, it really weighs heavy on my heart that I don't think I ever will have kids, because being bipolar is hard enough. I, at this time in my life, do not feel that I would be a good quality mother. I'm not judging anybody else with a disorder or a disability that has kids, because you're doing what you're capable of and what's good for you. And you balance in a totally different way than I do. But for me personally, and my own life and my own walk, I know what I can handle, and most of the time know what I can't handle. And I know what my disability looks like for me. And what that looks like is sometimes long periods of time that I cry, I'm in bed, I can't even take care of myself. I don't think for me it would be fair to have kids and put them through what I go through. I don't want to ever have to explain, "Mommy doesn't want to be with you right now because Mommy can't get out of bed and quit crying." So for me personally, I don't think it would be fair to have kids. I need to focus on myself, take care of myself. I am in a relationship. I have a great boyfriend that I think really honestly is the first guy that has pursued me that honestly cared for me and shows me every day that love is an action and a decision. And it really is so refreshing and an amazing blessing to have someone in my life that can be my light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not looking to him for healing or answers or to fix me, but it's awesome to have somebody aside from family. Like, my family is an awesome support system. I know I keep saying it. I need to do a video on the importance of a support system. But to have a guy in my life that gives me space when I need space, supports me when I need support, forgives me when I mess up, and loves all my broken pieces. And he's, I think, the first guy I've ever been with that honestly made me feel like I'm enough. I don't have a whole lot to offer. I have a lot of really bad days. But he loves me unconditionally, and despite my struggles and broken pieces, he makes me feel good enough. So then the next one is, do you have a job? I do have a job. I work as a nanny, and I work about 2.5 to 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and I feel like I've finally found my sweet spot. I think I've finally found what works, because I've learned a million times what doesn't work. And what doesn't work is a taxing, stressful 40-hour-a-week job. That stress alone sends me into a negative cycle. The hard work either runs me raw and sends me manic, or it wears me down and sends me into darkness. So it's kind of a trigger for me. The stress, the exhaustion, the energy it takes to work a full-time job is too much for me with my disability. So after years of fighting it and years of trying to work for the man and 40 hours a week and be in an office, and I just never found something that worked for me and with me. And part of that, for a long time I was fighting that and trying to push myself to work a typical job, mainly because I knew I was running out of time. I will be 26 this year, and when I turn 26, I am kicked off my parents' insurance plan. And being bipolar, I take a lot of medication. I see the doctor often. I need regular counseling sessions. I am expensive. With insurance, I am expensive. So I can't afford to not have insurance, because no insurance means no medication, no doctors. I can't live that life. I am a danger to myself, unmedicated. So I fought it for years, trying to work for the man full-time so I can get insurance in time, because I'm running out of time. So here's a little tip, here's some advice, here's a little good news nugget for you. If you are currently on your parents' insurance plan, you turn 26, you'll lose insurance. My advice to you that my counselor recently gave to me was that what you can do is get a doctor's note and take that to the HR department where you have your current insurance coverage, and just provide a doctor's proof that you have a disability, and they will waive the kickoff period and you can stay on the insurance of your support system. So all I have to do is, August I turn 26, before I turn 26, sometime early August, get my doctor's note, Dad takes that to the HR department, and I get to keep my insurance. So that's huge, that's awesome. What that means for me is that I can let go of the idea that I have to work a typical job, because I can't. I just can't. It messes me up. So I gotta keep insurance, and by keeping insurance, that means I can do whatever I'm capable of doing, whatever I want to do for work. I can pursue my passions, I can be happy, I can do what I can and want to do. And what I love doing is being a nanny. Being a nanny doesn't come with insurance, so I had to get that continued coverage with my dad in order to have the job that I love and am capable of doing. So it's only 3 hours a day, so even if I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself it's just 2.5, 3 hours, do it, and then worst case scenario, I can come home and cry or go to bed, whatever. I can do 3 hours a day. And I'm not rich, it's not a lot of money, but it pays my bills. Yes? No, I'm working on something. It's not a lot of money, it pays my bills, and it's not too much stress. It's realistic and it's within my capabilities. So yes, I have a job, and no, it's not typical, and I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. Next one on the list is, how do you cope with working and trying to take care of yourself? So yeah, when I'm working a full-time job, when I'm struggling and trying to maintain full-time employment, care for myself goes out the window. So that's another important reason why I have settled and accepted that the best I can do is 3 hours a day. That way I still have energy and focus and time to take care of myself. It takes more effort for me to take good care of myself than it may be for average Joe or Sally, because I have a disability. Legally, I have a disability. I am mentally handicapped. And so my day-to-day looks a lot different than the typical person. Getting ready for the day is harder for me. Mornings are harder for me. I'm more emotional. I'm more volatile and turbulent and chaotic and messy. And I'm naming all these things like they're bad things. They're just parts of me that the best thing I can do is not live in denial of those things and fight those things, but come to terms with those things and do the best I can with what I've got. So I think that answers, let me pull this back up, I think that answers everything in the comments. I think it was from Chrisandra. So if Chrisandra has any more questions, if you have any more questions, I love the comments. I want to address them all. So comment, come subscribe. If you look at my other video from today, you'll learn that I have unplugged from social media. So do me a favor and share on Facebook, share on Instagram, get the word out there and help me to encourage others to live a full life and do the best you can with what you got. Because the best you can do is the best you can with what you got. So that's what I've got for today. Bye guys!